Tennessee Titans fans, it is that time of the week where we hop on Reddit and see what fans are saying about the state of the organization at this point in the season. It's a doozy today as the Titans are 1-11, headed toward Cam versus Shador this Sunday as the Titans play the Browns. All of these posts are from the Two Tone Talk Reddit page. There's a link to that community in the video description below. Go over there, join the community, leave your questions, comments, memes, concerns. They will get featured on this segment next week. Let's get into it. This user said, what would be your reaction? I've been thinking about the various head coaching candidates, and one name that I thought of, mostly from rewatching old games, would definitely leave me puzzled if they did it. Not that I think they would, but what if they brought back the king of 8-8, Jeff Fisher? It's not common, but it does happen. I mean, that ain't gonna happen. I don't like the message that would send, but if they did that, I'm gonna be honest, my reaction would just be like, might as well. Might as well just go ahead and bring back Jeff Fisher, who hasn't coached in God only knows how long. Why not? That would be absurd. I mean, that would be just lunacy. This user says, going back a few weeks for this one, and I don't want to make the screen bigger so you can read this. What was so bad about running the Wildcat? I know I'm late to this, but really, why was everyone so mad about us running so much Wildcat all of a sudden versus the Chargers? If you're a 1-8 team, I don't see why not try new things. Why not at least try to find a rhythm for this offense? Well, I mean, the thing is, a lot of times in that game when they ran Wildcat, they were actually in drives where they had a rhythm, and then they ran Wildcat to throw off the rhythm. And I also think for me, it's not so much that they ran the Wildcat, it's when they chose to do it. Like, you know, you have a drive where you're trying to go down and make the game close and you're moving the ball, and then you have 3rd and 2 and you line up in a Wildcat, or you have 3rd and goal and you line up in a Wildcat, or 4th and goal and you line up in a Wildcat. Like, it's not just that you did it, it's when you chose to do it at these critical downs and these critical moments of the game. This user posted this picture. There's bad football teams. Hold on, it won't let me scroll. There's bad football teams. Then there's bad football teams with horrific vibes and discipline. Then there's the 2025 Tennessee Titans. Everyone involved should be ashamed. My goodness, what a disaster. It's not even funny anymore. Just sad. It was never funny to me. But yeah, I mean, you have every possible thing wrong that can be wrong. I mean, you've got uninspired, not disciplined, lack of effort by some players. The coaches are just biding their time for 5 more weeks till they can get out of here. The players know it. You got Jeffrey Simmons pretty much telling you we have no culture. We need a new head coach to bring some culture in. It's next level bad. You will look back on this team as one of the worst you ever saw. I'm telling you, one of the worst teams you've ever seen in Nashville right now. This user said Nick Folk hit a game winner. That he did, and it was a pretty long one in the rain. Listen, you know, Joey Sly's been, I mean, you know, the Titans are so bad, I can't really sit here and complain about Joey Sly. But yeah, Nick Folk, just another Tennessee Titan that's doing good things for other teams now that he's out of here. This user said something needs to change at offensive tackle. J.C. Latham is not it at right tackle, so Mike Morganzi needs to draft another right tackle that can protect Cam Ward with the number 1 pick. I prefer Francis, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, out of Miami, or Caden Proctor out of Alabama, or Spencer Fano out of Utah. These guys can protect Cam Ward well and let Cam Ward give some time to throw the ball. If we draft an offensive tackle with the first overall pick, I'm going to drive my car off a cliff. I'm not saying we don't need new offensive tackles, but I mean, if you had no other needs, then yeah, but when you need a whole new room of wide receivers with the exception of 2. You need a whole new room of edge rushers with the exception of 1. You need an entire new room of corners. You need another inside linebacker. You need depth at defensive tackle. You need another tight end. You need a starting running back. That's the problem. I know people are fed up with J.C. Latham and Dan Moore, but the problem is the Titans are not in position to go out here and look for new franchise tackles because they got to find so much other stuff. They've got to do so much other stuff. I think you have to go with Latham again. He was a first-round pick last year, and he has done some good things. I question the effort at times. He's one of the guys I question the effort personally from him. This user said, Two-Tone Talk mentioned in a Sports Illustrated article on the Titans. That I was. They quoted a tweet of mine in a Sports Illustrated article talking about Mike McCoy, and they quoted a tweet of mine where I said his play calling was cowardly. His offensive scheme was cowardly. Shout out Sports Illustrated. Don't contact me to be in your swimsuit issue because nobody wants to see that. Even though your boy is down 50 pounds, but you still don't want to see me in a swimsuit issue. Come on. It's time to say goodbye. The Titans season is over. Sat in a chair alone after the game, emotionless and broken after seeing that performance that the Titans decided to put on the field today. Listened to this song as I sat in agony, and honestly, I feel numb. I don't even know what to say. I have not clicked on this link. I don't even know what the song is. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Time to say goodbye. I'm telling you, when you mentioned being numb, I thought it was going to be Linkin Park. I've become so numb. I'm not going to sing too much of it because they'll copyright me, but yeah, it's after Titans games, I usually have to just sit there and reflect on my life choices. This is a long one, but doggone it, I got time. I'm going to read you this. Listen to this. From Hope to Rock Bottom, a 26-year fan story. Gather around, children. As a 9-year-old kid, I decided to become a fan of the Tennessee Titans. The same year they went to the Super Bowl in the 1999 season. I heard the hype and jumped on the bandwagon. Most of my family are Dallas Cowboys fans, so beating them 31-0 on Christmas Day in 2000 felt legendary. From that point on, I truly thought we were always going to be good. I watched us reach the AFC Championship game against the Oakland Raiders in the 2002 season, then nearly upset the New England Patriots in the 2003 divisional round. After that came a few down years, then we drafted Vince Young, and hope was restored. In 2008, we finally broke through with the best record in football, only to have our hearts ripped out by the Baltimore Ravens again, just like 2000. After that loss, everything slowly unraveled. 2009 was average. In 2010, we collapsed to 6-10, and that was the end of the Jeff Fisher era. The quarterback carousel began. Vince Young was gone. Then came Jake Locker. Flashes of potential, but never healthy enough to lead us. We cycled through coaches and directions under Mike Munchak, then hit true rock bottom under Ken Wisenhunt in 2014, finishing 2-14. It felt like the franchise had no identity. In 2015, we drafted Marcus Mariota, and hope returned again, but the roster was still broken, and we went 3-13. Then in 2016, everything finally shifted when John Robinson took over. We became competitive again overnight, won a playoff game shortly after, and it finally felt like the Titans were back on the right track. For a while, it looked like we were building something real. That confidence lasted until the 2021 divisional round when the 3-interception loss to the Cincinnati Bengals happened. I remember saying to myself, I feel like things are about to get really bad. And they did. A.J. Brown got traded, J-Rob was fired months later, then came Mike Vrabel, then Rand Carthon, now Brian Callahan. Just constant resets, no stability, no clear direction. After being a fan of this franchise for 26 years, this is by far the worst Titans teams I've ever watched, and possibly the worst stretch in the last 30 seasons. Now I log in just to check the score in the first quarter and see we've got 3 points for an entire half. I really hope this is true rock bottom as a fan, because honestly, this hasn't been enjoyable at all. I mean, folks, my story is so similar. I became a fan the exact same time. I became a fan and experienced the exact same things, and I agree. This is the worst it's ever been. Even worse than Wisenhunt, and that was awful. I want off this ride, and it is this kid on the slide from week 1 to week 18, and the slide, as you can see, is going in to the sewer. But the thing is, I feel like we've been in the sewer the whole time. I don't even feel like we've been on the slide. I feel like we've been on the sewer. I'm so sick of the Mike Vrabel discourse from fans and media and got to get this off my chest. Feel like every YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter comment section is filled with fans crying for how great he was. Yes, the Patriots are 10-2. The Titans would not be 10-2 with him. They'd maybe be 3-9 or 4-8. Do we not remember the vanilla play calling that stalled our offense almost every game? Do we not remember being miserable as he went 6-18 in the last 24? Do we not remember how frustrating press conferences were with him giving zero information about anything week after week? He had an injured roster. Well, the roster hasn't been as injured since. Have we considered someone was pushing players to the point of injury in practice? Do we not remember the insane loyalty to awful coaches and practice squad players solely because they were buddies or tried hard? Vrabel came in with a veteran roster, had Derrick Henry and very good defensive pieces, and then got A.J. Brown. Once he lost pieces, no young players developed. Have we considered that maybe some of the draft classes were booty because the young players weren't being developed and only the ones that came in NFL ready were successful? Poor offense, poor development, poor staffing loyalty, poor transparency. Some of this is angry speculation, and maybe in his year off of coaching, Vrabel was able to look at some of his criticisms and learn from his mistakes, but he proved to not learn from mistakes year after year while actively coaching the Titans. Callahan was worse, and the last 2 seasons have been the most miserable in my lifetime. But Vrabel had to go, and it's mind-blowing that fans now forget how miserable those last 2 seasons with him were as well. Thank you for coming to my Titans talk. I'm going to let y'all, what do y'all think about that? I can't say anything about Vrabel anymore because y'all just get mad at me. Y'all just get mad at me when I say anything about Vrabel. Listen, the last 2 years of Vrabel were bad. There were a lot of things that he did that were very stubborn. He hasn't been in New England very long. We'll see if those things ever come to fruition while he's there. But maybe this user's right. Maybe that year off helped Vrabel kind of see what he did wrong and do better in New England. I think Drake May is better than any quarterback that Vrabel ever had when he was here. And his receiving core there is better than the receiving core he had when he was here. But John Robinson's the one that was drafting the players, so I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know what happened. It looked like JV versus varsity out there. We are horrible. Tighten up. And then it is a picture that says, sorry, Tennessee. Even Denzel doesn't remember the Titans. That's when you know it's bad. When Denzel don't even remember the Titans. The Cam bust talk is getting annoying, you're telling me. It is really starting to grind my gears with so-called fans declaring Ward a bust. Look, Sunday was awful. The team is directionless and needs a solid head coach. Peyton Manning went 3-13 in his rookie season. Troy Aikman was 1-15. C.J. Stroud 2 years ago and Jaden Daniels last year are the exception, not the norm. So quit crying for Levis and an open QB competition next year. So dumb. I bet, given the level of scrutiny as Cam has had, most of you should have been fired in the first 12 weeks of your job. Give the kid some grace, have some patience, and see what he can do with what will hopefully be a competent head coach. Tighten up. Right on, man. Right on. Preach it, Richard Skull 12. And that kind of post continues with this user who said talking about Cam Ward being a bust is annoying. I'm starting to get annoyed with people calling Cam Ward a bust. Troy Aikman went 1-15 in his rookie season. Peyton Manning went 3-13 in his rookie season. Jared Goff went 4-12 in his rookie season. Baker Mayfield went 7-8-1 in his rookie season. Look at Joe Burrow. He went 4-11-1 in his rookie season. Trevor Lawrence went 3-14. Look at Bryce Young. He went 2-15. Caleb Williams went 5-12. These number 1 overall pick quarterbacks will grow in the future. I mean, this person brought the receipts. Example after example after example. And look at Caleb Williams now. He's looking good. Bryce Young looking good. Obviously, the Troy Aikmans and the Peyton Mannings and such turned out to be quite good as well. This user, oh my God, we're already posting mock drafts. Oh, so they wanted to check out the mock draft. Jeremiah Love with the first round pick, obviously trading back. You ended up getting a first and a second for 2027. I don't know if you're getting one from Indianapolis. I don't think they want to help us out any. But you got a wide receiver in the second, or actually that's still the first. An edge rusher from Arkansas, a corner from Tennessee. I mean, a lot of needs addressed there. I mostly will say if the Titans end up with the number 1 overall pick, they absolutely should trade back. I think they should try to trade back at least once, if not twice. Get as many picks as you can. Jets are a strong candidate to give you that. But I think that Jeremiah Love is an interesting idea because in the middle of all this talk about wide receivers, in the middle of all this talk about corners, in the middle of all this talk about edge rushers, the Titans need a new starting running back. They need a new starting running back because Spears can contribute, but he ain't a every down back, and Pollard is on the way out the door. Pick your poison, Titans fans, between these four individuals for head coach. So let's take a look at these four. We got Belichick. We got Chip Kelly, no thanks. Shane Bowen. And John Gruden. Well, let's go ahead and rule out the two in the middle. Chip Kelly and Shane Bowen, who I believe just got fired as defensive coordinator by the Giants. It's I mean, honestly, out of those four, I'm going Gruden. Belichick would be a disaster with the Titans. Shane Bowen, no. Chip Kelly, absolutely not. So out of those four, Gruden. Absolutely. Not even close. Worst season ever. Seriously, what has been good this season other than a few positives from our rookies? This has to be the single most depressing season ever from an NFL team, and I was so excited for this season, I didn't even care that much about wins or losses, and this team still finds a way to disappoint. I just can't wait for this season to be over, and our new coach is going to have his work cut out for him. I relate. Listen, I was excited about this season too. I also didn't care about wins and losses, and that's the thing, man. The bar was so low. Fans were coming in like, literally, I don't even care about wins and losses, just show improvement. They couldn't even clear that very low bar. This user said, I am top 0.3 two-tone talk viewer. At least this channel gives me some bit of happiness with this miserable season. Keep it up, Brad, with the great videos and music. You're almost to 10K subscribers, baby. P.S. would love the QB ranking videos back for the last few weeks. And as you can see, YouTube did their year in review. That they do at the end of the year. This user had Two-Tone Talk as his top channel. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate everybody that supports the channel, supports the podcast, watches the videos every day, or at least most days. And if you also got Two-Tone Talk anywhere on your end of the year Spotify podcast or YouTube, reach out to me. Let me know. That's encouraging to see that, and I appreciate it very much. I've heard from a few people who got Two-Tone Talk. This user said, me, when the Browns beat us on Sunday and I got to deal with ESPN treating Shador like he's Tim Tebow 2.0. I have not seen such nepotism since Patrick Mahomes, except it probably could be even worse than him. We all know why Sanders is in the NFL and why he's being paraded around. And as you can see, the meme says, shut up. Shador's in the NFL because he's a good player and he deserves to be there. It's the media coverage is where the nepotism sets in. That's when you start to see he's getting all this attention because of who his dad is. That's where that kicks in. But I mean, he deserves to be where he is. He's a good player and he worked hard to be drafted. This user said, sigh, tighten up. Let's just get this season over with the graphic. Ready for your 3 hours of misery Sunday, Titans fans? I mean, that's the thing. Every Sunday I sit down and I'm like, well, I know this is going to be terrible. Let's just get it over with. And somehow it still ruins my life. It doesn't ruin my life. I'm just kidding. My prediction for the game on Sunday, this user has the Titans and Browns ending in a tie, but somehow the Browns still win. If ever there was a game that was going to end in a 0-0 tie, Titans-Browns would be the one. Finally, the last post. The best out of Cam incoming. We may see the best of the man come out of Cam, knowing his competitive side with Shador. Both, I feel, may actually show out this weekend. Cam, I believe, thrives off of high-pressure moments. Even in his and Sanders' mindsets, they have no beef but want to be the best. I believe this week could very well possibly be the most fun Titans fans have had in years. Either this will go great or it could very well age like milk. I don't know if it'll be the most fun we've had in years. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's been some bad years, so it doesn't take much. But, I mean, yeah, it's an intriguing storyline, I guess, for the game. And like you said, it could be fun, but with Myles Garrett breathing down Cam Ward's neck, that might not be very fun at all. So we'll see. But Titans-Browns this Sunday. Appreciate everybody's support. And don't forget to reach out to me. Let me know if you got Two-Tone Talk on any of your YouTube Wrapped or Spotify Wrapped or anything like that. Appreciate you guys, and tighten up. Bye.